I can't believe her.
I really thought you guys had something super special.
This is ridiculous.
Just starting to wonder.
You're in America. You got your green card. You got your passport. You got whatever. Okay? You got what you wanted from me.
Don't be a little rude to me. What the I say to you? Yesterday we have a great party around my family, and now I'm by myself. It's just, it don't make no sense.
Darcey and Georgie's trip to Bulgaria, on the whole, has actually gone pretty well. That is, until now. Just as they're set to go home, everything starts to fall apart. Now, as for Brandon and Julia, well, that's a different story altogether. Things are always falling apart for them. I mean, they're only just planning their travels and already everything is unravelling. So let's rewind to the start and kick things off with Darcey and Georgie.
Guy with the shovel and a fire. I feel like we're in a scary movie or something.
This guy looking is going to cook us.
Is he gonna cook us?
Now, the last we saw them, Darcey and Georgie had just had an anniversary party with all of Georgie's family, and of course the obligatory cameo with Stacey and Florian too. But when we join them in this episode, in the middle of this scary scenario on their last night, Georgie is trying to share one more special Bulgarian tradition with them all. It's in fact a tradition that has special meaning, a tradition that he hopes will help his relationship with Darcey when they return back to the States. So what is it that they'll be doing? Well, he wants them to all walk barefoot over the burning coal.
You clear the bad energy, and welcome the new.
This is exactly what you guys need to release and start afresh.
Georgie goes on to explain that this ritual is to ask the gods of the sun for prosperity and good luck. Now, given that their trip exceeded everyone's expectations, it went really well. They're hoping that they'll be able to continue this good energy when they fly back home. Oh, but just you wait.
Oh!
I don't know, that's so heavy.
Kind of rude. Okay, don't drop me, please.
Be careful.
Say nice words now. She's your queen. I love you.
Now, admittedly, this probably wasn't as romantic as Georgie might have imagined it would be. But at least they did appear to have fun. That is, at least Georgie and Darcey appear to have fun. As for Florian and Stacey, well, they decide to give this ritual a miss. When it's their time to have a go, they skip it and head back to the hotel to pack instead. And that leaves Darcey and Georgie alone, with Darcey reflecting on their time together here in Bulgaria. It's been really good for our relationship, she says. She seems genuinely hopeful that the progress they've made in Bulgaria will continue when they get back to the States too.
I definitely feel like I got to see a different side of Georgie that I've been wanting to see. He's more open and giving and sweet.
Oh, please hold on to that thought, Darcey, because it's not going to last very long. Now, they might be headed back, right? But already, Georgie is planning his next trip back to Bulgaria. He's determined not to leave it so long next time. But the problem is, the difference is, this next trip that he's planning back is going to be slightly different.
I love travel with you, but I need to take care of some stuff here, so.
So come back, take care of what you need to take care of.
Oh, you're coming by yourself?
Smooth, Georgie, very smooth. What a nice way to tell your wife that she isn't invited on your next vacation. Now, surprisingly, Darcey doesn't seem to mind all that much. He has his paperwork now, he can legally travel, so she gets that Georgie wants to see his family more frequently, spend more time with them. But Florian is focused on something else entirely. He's picked up on something that Darcey appears to have missed. What exactly are these mysterious things that you need to take care of? He asks.
Don't wanna maybe buy something somewhere here, somewhere else.
Like a family vacation home? I mean, that's all great, guys. But at the same time, Georgie, you should help save money so you guys can buy your own home in America.
Now, keep in mind, Georgie did tell his parents about this plan, but this is the first time he's mentioned it to his wife. Like, the way that he's saying it doesn't exactly sound like he wants her opinion or her input at all, does it? Like, it's pretty clear. His plan is to come without Darcey, find a place without her having any say whatsoever, and buy it whether or not she likes it. It's no wonder Darcey is worried.
Darcey, I'm not saying this is gonna be
Where's
tomorrow.
the money coming from? So I'm gonna be stuck paying the rent again in Miami in full? That's it, but you're gonna use all your money to buy this apartment?
I mean, it's not exactly fair, is it? If Georgie buys this place himself with his own money, but Darcey is left paying their rent in Miami alone by herself, you can completely understand why she'd be left feeling frustrated. But, of course, that isn't even the biggest issue. Remember, Darcey still doesn't know how much money Georgie has saved away. She has no clue what his salary even is.
Why are you hiding money
Hiding
to my
money?
sister? Why can't you be transparent about your income?
This is too much involved in our relationship.
Yeah, that is true. Like, we know the twins do tend to get overly involved in each other's relationships. That was, after all, one of the biggest issues that Stacey and Florian faced when they were at the last resort. Like, as far as Georgie's concerned, he doesn't think that money is the issue here. The real issue, he says, is Stacey. When you two are together, he says to the twins, you two team up and gang up on me. And given that Darcey completely overreacts whenever I share anything, that's why I don't share. That's why I keep things like this hidden. And almost as if to prove his point, Darcey begins to completely blow things up. Like, in the blink of an eye, at whirlwind speed, she's gone from saying how hopeful she is about their marriage, how much of a changed man Georgie is, to now saying, you don't even love me, Georgie, you're just using me.
You're in America. You got your green card. You got your passport. You got whatever, okay? You got what you wanted from me.
Don't be a little rude to me. What the I say to you?
I mean, it's one extreme to another with these two, isn't it? There never appears to be any middle ground. They're either in this fairy tale world where everything's going to be perfect, or they swing back to, you're just using me and I hate you. Just like that, in the blink of an eye, they may have just ruined all progress that they made this holiday. The trust is gone. Darcey is now back to believing wholeheartedly that Georgie is using her. And of course, unsurprisingly, when she's saying things like that, when she feels that way, Georgie is just going to revert back to no longer sharing his feelings with her, isn't he? It's a sad, familiar cycle with these two, isn't it? And as they take their luggage to the lobby of the hotel, Darcey is left feeling utterly deflated.
I'm upset because after I spent this whole trip trying to tell him all I need and want is your transparency, Georgie just wants to brush me to the side.
Darcey just wants to be included in stuff, right? So hearing that he has all of these grand plans without her feels like a slap to her face. But the problem is, these two both know how to wind the other up. Like, they both know exactly what buttons to push to get a reaction. Like, when Darcey turns to Georgie and says, you can take all of my money, I don't care about money, Georgie's response is to ask, what money? You don't have any money, you're always broke, and so is Stacey too. And unsurprisingly, that only pours fuel on this fire.
Why are you downing us?
What do you have
because he does that all the
Stacey,
time.
fucking
Us like
first
we're-
of all, say,
no,
don't-
you're
don't-
making us like we're beneath you all. She just wants transparency.
You don't want to say the truth anyway to anybody.
And with that, Darcey decides that she's leaving. She, Stacey and Florian depart for the airport, leaving Georgie all alone, wondering whether or not he even wants to join them. Yeah, this trip definitely hasn't ended as they hoped.
Yesterday we have a great party around my family, and now I'm by myself. It's just, it don't make no sense.
Now, by the time that Georgie's sister and her family arrive to say their farewells, Georgie is left to explain to them that Darcey has already left. He's forced to admit that things right now aren't exactly looking good for their relationship. I was so happy on this trip, he admits, but suddenly everything has changed again.
I don't know where we're going from here. I just keep telling her that I have problem with sharing, especially when she reacts this way, but she'd never get it.
Their relationship is at a crossroads, and sadly, they may have just taken different paths. Now, another couple who are also at a crossroads is Brandon and Julia. You see, Julia believes that before they have a baby, they need to work on their own relationship first. They need to reconnect and rebuild what they once had. I mean, she's not wrong, is she? So how does she plan to do that? Well, her big dream is to sell the apartment that she still owns in Russia and use the proceeds to fund travelling and time off work for the both of them. Brandon agrees with this. He agreed to the trip. But when we join them in this episode, everything changes when Betty hears about their plans.
If you're going to sell your apartment, you need to do that first.
I want to hear what he wants to do.
You can't just leave
I want to hear what he
without
wants to
selling
do.
your apartment.
What you want to do.
I don't know.
This is so typical of Brandon. Like, the moment his parents don't agree with something, he immediately takes their side. He now suddenly also doesn't think that it's such a good idea after all. Like, for Julia, this is the last straw. She's had enough of him constantly giving in to his parents. Now, keep in mind, they're all on Betty and Ron's farm, right? They've come here so that her parents can say goodbye to Betty and Ron before they go on a final trip to New York and then head back to Russia. But as Julia walks away, as she and her parents get ready to depart, Betty turns to Brandon and says this.
Let her go. You can stay here with us and let her clear her head.
Julia, what are you doing?
Me and my parents, Brandon, she says to him, are going to make our own way to the airport. We're going to go to New York, but you need to figure out what you want to do. I think it would be best if you stay here with your parents. We need time apart, she says. And for the first time ever, Betty and Julia actually seem to agree on something.
You need to thinking about everything that's going on. I need to spend time without drama, because too much drama. Thinking about what you want to do.
Brandon agrees to do that if that's what Julia really wants, but clearly he isn't very happy about it. Now, as for Betty, after literally only a second or two ago saying to Brandon that he should let Julia go, suddenly, when she hears that Julia will be leaving of her own accord and asking Brandon to stay, suddenly her mood, her stance completely changes. She gets pretty agitated and says, I can't believe that Julia just exploded like that.
The fact that Julia would blow up like that and just, I'm out of here, I'm going to New York by myself. Maybe she needs to go to New York by herself.
Look, Julia just wants to get closer to Brandon before they have a kid, right? Her way of doing that was for them to travel alone together, spend some alone time. Brandon agreed to that. Yes, he had his reservations, but he did say yes. That is, until his parents got involved and once again sabotaged things. They treated him like a little child. They told him that travelling for an extended period of time wasn't a responsible adult thing to do. Like, for Julia, this must be so frustrating. I completely understand where she's coming from. It must be so frustrating to constantly have to fight Brandon's parents just to get her own husband's support.
And it's like make me even like more stressed. Why my husband take side of parents and not take side of his wife? I don't understand this.
Look, that's true, and yes, Brandon never sticks up for his wife. He always seems to take his parents' side. But I think on this occasion, there's also more to this. Like, let's not forget, Brandon wants to start a family immediately. Like, he wasn't ever fully on board with this trip. He may have said yes, but that's more because he didn't have the guts to tell Julia that's not really what he wanted to do. Instead, he waited for Mummy and Daddy to speak up on his behalf, and now he's acting like the victim. He's acting like he's wounded that Julia left him behind. Sorry, Brandon, but I'm not buying it. You're a hypocrite. You don't get to act wounded when you did exactly the same thing yourself not that long ago. You also ran off with your parents after fighting. You left her for the entire night. Heck, you didn't even have the decency to tell her where you were going. Like, this victim act that Brandon and his parents also are portraying, like making it seem like somehow Julia has betrayed them all, is a little hard to swallow.
I can't believe her.
I really thought you guys had something super special.
This is ridiculous.
Just starting to wonder.
Now, of course, since this was filmed in real time in the real world, we do know that these two are currently expecting a baby together. I just hope after watching all of this, I really just hope they figured out their issues and found a way to communicate a heck of a lot better before deciding to bring an innocent child into this mess. Like, one thing's for sure, as a new parent myself, I can tell you confidently, things don't get easier when you have a child. The stress only increases. It's great, don't get me wrong, but a child isn't a band-aid. A child won't fix a broken marriage, right? And the next time one of them decides to leave, it'll be an innocent little child who'll be impacted the most.